Okay, well, the question is confirmed. They do jam, but at a couple of expenses. Hey guys, welcome back to New Stuff TV, the untechnical tech channel. I am your host, Antoine. Leave my ear holes wide open, Richardson, because today we're going to be talking about the Sony Linkbuds. This is Sony's attempt at open back or open ear listening. This is not a new thing, so don't be out there in the streets talking about Sony started a new thing. No, Sony did not start a new thing. It kind of, the people who actually brought this to light was probably Apple, with the AirPods. But then my favorite rendition of this has to be the Galaxy Buds Live. Like, the Galaxy Buds Live, that's what's up. That's one of my favorite headsets of all times because I like hearing my environment, man. And those things were pretty much lifestyle earbuds. And so this is Sony's take on it. And to be honest with you, I like it, but I do have some very mixed feelings about it. I know I kind of bash Sony a little bit, but hey man, they always earn it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'll just be walking the streets beating up on Sony just because. I'm not a bully. But let's talk about these buds, man. They are officially in my ears. Can you see that, Jet? Yeah, man. They've been in my ears this whole time, the whole damn time. They are super tiny and ultra comfortable. In fact, they give you lots of selections when it comes to this little thing right here, this little grippy thing. Man, be careful when you're putting these on because it comes with a lot of them, small, medium, extra large, and smarge, and medium. Oh, see, there they go. But you can snap these things, man. If you're too rough on it, it probably will snap. I got lucky with mine, and there are no replacements on me, so be careful. But since I got it up here, man, take a look at that open ear, open back bud right there. Focus, Wilson. God dang it, you got one job, bro. Okay, so there it is right there. This is what they're calling black right here. This is not really black. This is more like a deep gray. The white, man, something tells me I don't know. I like both colors. The white has a little speckle on it. This gray has a little bit of speckle on it, but you can't really see it. And since I'm dark skinned, I'm gonna go ahead and rock the gray. I'm gonna go ahead and put this left one in my ear because I want to for the rest of this video. This is not a review, not a video showcase. This is more of a first impressions kind of thing. So just like you, I've watched a couple of videos on these things and they just don't show a lot. They talk about them a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what's going on inside of this app here. I haven't had a chance to charge them up fully. I just popped them in my ear and learned how to use them real quick. So you see we got 24% right there. I'm not even sure what Sony's claiming as far as battery life on these things. They say all day battery life, but what does that even mean? What I do know is if you turn on a lot of these automated features, then you will you will drastically reduce a lot of the battery life if you run like, the always listening features and, the adaptive sound like that. So whatever they're claiming the battery life is, if you run all those features at the same time, don't expect to get that. But going back to this app, you see my battery power just dropped to 10%, man, on the left ear. I ain't even really done nothing yet. On the front, it's just like all the other Sony earbuds and headphones you got. You got these pages right here. You got your status. I'm listening to some little Troy right now, sitting fat down south. Let's go into sound, man. I got the speak to chat turned on. We'll go into those features. I got it on automatic to turn off or turn the music off or attenuate the music for 15 seconds. It doesn't attenuate it. It actually pauses the music as you talk. Now that does work really, really well. Sony has mastered that technology right there. Love what you're doing there. But as we get down to the EQ, you see it is just like all the other Sony earbuds and stuff. You got your, well, usually I start with, oh man, come on, stop that. Usually I start with bright, okay? And then from bright, I'll go into this little gear and then I'll just start dropping down the little deals. I mean, there is absolutely no bass in these. It is kind of like the Galaxy Buds where you're not gonna get a ton of bass in here because you don't have your ear canals plugged up. These are open ear listening. So for those of you who are just bass heads and need a lot of in-depth sound and stuff like that, these are just not for you. So go ahead and watch something else. But for those of you who like that open ear ambient sound experience like I do, you can appreciate this. The sound is very clean coming out of these. I mean, you get the mids and the highs very, very well. The lows are there. It's just not that hard bass like you would get if you were listening to actual earbuds or headphones. But the sound is really, really nice and clean. Sony did a great job of actually giving you quality sound with these earbuds, but at the same time, your environment is hanging out with you. You know what I'm saying? You're not closed off from the environment because of that hole sitting on top of your ear hole. Next up, we got Sony's 360 audio setup. That way you can use your Tidal and stuff like that to get the most immersive sound possible. For those of you who are signed up with Tidal and like Deezer and stuff like that. I think it might be Deezer, I can't remember, but I know for sure Tidal, you can get that working on the 360 audio. Then I've got my priority set on sound quality because I usually do have a stable connection. But in the case that you got, like, I don't know, your phone in your pocket or you're around a whole bunch of Bluetooth devices and your sound starts cutting out, or maybe even some latency, go ahead and you can make the switch manually here. I'm still glad they give you this option. Last but not least on this page, I keep my DSEE on, and right now it is on auto. Let's go into the system, man. All right, adaptive volume control. Now this is going to drastically reduce your battery usage once again if you select to have this on. But in my cases, it's still I don't know. I'd rather do it myself, to be honest with you. I've got it turned on right now because I was experimenting with it and it works fine. I would just rather control the volume myself. Yeah, it's just going to be up to you. It's a nice feature to have. So here's where I actually get a little irritated with Sony. It's with playback controls and the programming of the buttons. They never really give you full control over your earbuds, and it can get a little annoying and even cumbersome sometimes. So let's see how this is going to work out. When you go into this particular setting, on the left ear, they're giving you an array of things. You get playback control, which is going to give you play and pause with a double tap, a triple tap for next song, but you're not going to get a previous track on that. In order to get previous tracks, you have to select the song as your function. Then you get forward and back tracks, but no play and pause. So that's kind of upsetting right there. I did play around with this and I tried a single tap, and a single tap, it's kind of wonky, man. It never play and pause. It's not like a dedicated play and pause for anything. It's like, if you have it on forward and back tracks, it's gonna be forward track. Like it kind of takes on the personality of whatever setting that was for the double tap. It's weird, man. It's really weird. But right now, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on volume control on my left ear, and then on my right ear, I'll go ahead and do select a song. So essentially, what I'm left with is no play and pause right now, unless I speak to chat or ask Google to do it. It's because I got the forward and back track on the right for the double and triple taps, and I got volume up and down for double and triple taps on the left. I tried the single tap. For me, it's not really working out. It's like a single tap on the left is giving me volume up, and a single tap on the right is giving me forward track. So that's a little weird. But next on the menu, we have the wide tap area, and that's where they're actually gonna give you the option to either tap on the bud itself or also tap on maybe your temple or something like that. So you don't have to kind of pinpoint where you're tapping. That's kind of cool, man. I really like that right there. That way you don't have to be so precise. You can just tap your temple. All right, you got your auto power off and the typical Sony stuff right there. And then you've got your services, which is to dedicate some stuff to Spotify. I don't subscribe to Spotify. I don't subscribe to Tidal. I don't do Apple Music. I do YouTube Music, and before that it was Google Play Music. Why is it that nothing ever works, with that natively? Why do you always have to have Spotify? I hate when they do stuff like that, man. Not a hit on Sony. It's just, come on, man, give Google and YouTube Music some love. One thing you haven't seen yet is the case. I really couldn't figure out how small or large this case was when I was watching the other videos. Man, this case is friggin' tiny. I'm pretty sure I think this is actually tinier than the Galaxy Buds. I'll have to maybe do a comparison or something like that, but this case is tiny. It does feel extra cheap, but that's kind of Sony cases right now. But you open it up and there go your Linkbuds right there. So they sit in there nice and snug, like you press this button to open it up and it just pops open like a little jewelry box, and there you go. In regards to phone call quality, they're supposed to be pretty good. I guess you can be the judge of that with me in this pretty quiet room right now, because that's what you're listening to. This is the call quality coming from the Linkbuds right now, but I am in a quiet room, so I don't know about how the noise canceling is going to work out in the real world, but I don't know. I guess we'll be the judge of that over time. Like I said, this is kind of an overview, first impressions kind of video. Wanted to just, pump it out real quick because they just came in and I was super excited. I'm going to use them all weekend, and if I feel it's necessary, I'll go ahead and do a follow-up video and maybe even a comparison to the Galaxy Buds, which is what I think this actually competes with. Maybe, the AirPods or something like that. Before I go, I do want to tell you about the overall volume. The overall volume to me is satisfying, but I'm pretty sure for a lot of you deaf mofos out there, it ain't enough. It's just not enough. Because y'all be tripping, man. I think y'all done ruined y'all's hearing. But I'm not an expert in that kind of stuff. But what I do know is, so far, I like them. They come with the typical Sony caveats, but I think I can get around that, man. I'm going to try them out for the rest of the weekend, and I'll see you when I see you.